Hey Facebook, let me tell you one thing I've learned. I posted a video on Instagram and I was looking all kind of crazy. I learned to just pose and pause while it's coming on, okay? Just like a little 3-second delay is cool. What's up? I'm Rain, your successfully single coach, solution developer, and founder of Raining Success Coaching at rainingsuccess.com. I create solutions to real issues that life and love create for my clients. And I wanted to come to you really quickly with 5 reasons you stay single. This is for those people who their friends always comment on them being single, like, oh, you with another dude, oh, this the new boo. This is for people who constantly want to stay in a relationship but just can't end up staying in a relationship. They don't last long. This is for people who, when they think about it, their relationships, you know, when someone says, like, what's the longest relationship you have? And someone's like, oh, like 3 years. Like, that's a long time for you. Like, that's marriage for you. Because your longest was, like, almost could have been a year, but not really. And that was breaks in between. This is for you. And I feel definitely experienced in this area because it used to be me. It definitely used to be me. I think all of these things on this list was me. Yeah, so let's get into it, okay? 5 reasons you're single or you stay single. Number 1, you don't have standards. You don't have standards. If you missed my masterclass, we got into standards and not having standards and how that attracts the wrong kind of guy. So while you're dating and you're getting in these relationships with these guys, you don't have standards, so you're not choosing the right guy. You're probably just choosing any old guy. You know, he cute and he funny and everything, but just any old guy. So number 1, you don't have standards. Number 2, the second reason you stay single is you don't match your standards. You don't match your standards. What does that mean? That means that the man that you want, who is physically in shape, who is making 6 figures a year, who loves God, who's respectful and you know, a mama's boy, and you don't match that. You struggling, you making about a cool little 4 figures a year. 5, I hope you're making 5. Figures a year. You're not physically fit like you want that guy to be. You're not on your list. If you turn the tables, you wouldn't date you. But you have this list of standards that you uphold to a guy that you can't even fit into. I'm telling you, if you missed the masterclass, I really got into that. But number 3, let's move along. Number 3, you have unrealistic or undiscussed expectations. You have unrealistic or undiscussed expectations. One thing that I've noticed that we tend to do as women, we kind of assume a lot that the guy knows how to respond to us when we don't even know how to be honest or be vulnerable with them. You know that time when he asks you what's wrong and you like nothing, but you have an attitude when you say nothing? He don't want to fight, so he gonna be fine with your nothing, even though obviously something is wrong. But what you want him to do is you want him to say, no, baby, what's wrong? Talk to me, I really care. He doesn't know that. That's not discussed. And honestly, sometimes we want that Ryan Gosling, The Notebook, fairy tale type. That's not realistic. That's a movie, and it's written to be a movie. It's written for us to look at it and say, oh, I want that, and that's so sweet, and that's so... He fought for her and they died together, and that's a movie. It's not realistic. And what happens is we go through life, we see these movies, we listen to these songs, we get all this stuff in our head of what it's supposed to be, and we don't communicate that with our partner. So that poor guy is just like, okay, I can't take no more. I can't do this no more. And a lot of times with guys, that what I see is they end up cheating before they end up just dumping you and being like, you know what, we're done. So, obviously, if you find out you cheated on, you move on, right? But that was, what number was that? 1, 2, 3. That was number 3. Number 4, the 4th reason you stay single. You refuse to settle. Now, I don't know if you thought this was just going to be a real, you know, get your life type list of 5, but you refuse to settle. That's definitely a realistic reason why you stay single. you refuse to settle. You meet these guys, you date these guys, they seem a certain kind of way, but as soon as they show you they're not, you're like, okay, I'm good. I'm not gonna do this. Because a lot of women, once we actually let those walls down and invest, we go so hard for that guy. We act like wives already. Like, we're supportive. We will be your biggest fan. We will try to help you through each and everything. We're so considerate once those walls are down. And sometimes it's really hard to get out of that relationship. So just in the beginning, when you see that he's not what he said he was, or he's not adding up, you're like, nope, that's not what I want. I'm not settling for that. I'm going to keep it pushing. I'm not settling for that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But with that, this is number 5. Number 5, the reason you stay single is you don't invest in yourself. You're not preparing. So with number 4, yeah, you refuse to settle, and that is great. That is great. But when you're not investing in yourself, how many times are you going to have to go through the same experience or relationship with a different guy over and over and over again and wondering what's going on? Let me tell you something. I heard somebody say this recently, and you know how you know something, but then when you hear someone say it a certain way, it's just like, why didn't I think to say it like that? You're going to invest either way it goes. Either you're going to invest in time and keep bumping your head and messing up and doing it over and hurting your feelings and hurting your emotions and probably building up some baggage. You're going to invest in time until you get it right, since you're not going to settle. Or you're going to invest financially with somebody who's already been there and already done it, so they can put you on a fast track. I invested time. I invested time. I wish I had it. I wish I had that financial offer. To be honest, like, before I got into coaching, I had no idea what a life coach was. I wish I had known. I had no idea what it was. I had no idea there was someone out there that can help me with finances, and that can help me with relationships, and that can help me with self-love and self-confidence, self-esteem. I had no idea there were people out here who God deemed worthy or blessed them or put that purpose on them and gave that to them as their gift to be able to help people in that way. I had no idea. But I want to tell you this. My son just came and kind of bombarded my broadcast. I don't know if you can hear that. But I want to tell you this. Like I said, you're going to invest either way. Make sure that you're fine with your investment. So again, you're going to invest the time and probably your heart and probably your emotions and probably all the things, or you're going to invest monetarily with someone who can fast track you. Now, you might have seen this coming or you might not have, I don't know. But since we're on the topic of investments, let me tell you something. I'm so excited about this. I don't know if I don't speak religiously. I definitely speak spiritually. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I know that's where I am, and that's who I'm called to. So I'm going to say this. God has definitely blessed me with wisdom and creating this entire successfully single hi baby, this successfully single prep school, right? Successfully single prep school, because there's so much that school did not teach us. That's why it's a prep school. Oh, I gotta slide up off this live, apparently. There's so much that school did not prepare us for. There's so much about life that school didn't prepare us for. So much about relationships that school didn't prepare us for. There's so much. And for us to prepare to be in that happy, successful relationship, you see my son there. Hi, baby. It's okay. To be in that happy, successful relationship, we have to be intentional in everything we do. We have to get a lot of the baggage off of us that was put on us. We have to stop those limiting beliefs that we had. We have to do that. So, if you did not see my masterclass video, I want you to watch it. It is currently free. It is in rotation. You can watch it immediately. It's at bit.ly/3counterfeit. The number 3 counterfeit, all lowercase. bit.ly/3 counterfeit. It is free. And after you watch that, you will get a little bit more information about the Successfully Single Prep School. I'm so excited for y'all to just get a glimpse of what's going to happen in this. And I just, I'm not going to even speak on what I put together in this prep school, but I'm extremely excited about it. And from everything that I've been hearing from ladies, it literally touches every aspect at its core. So, I'm going to go through these 5 things really, really quickly, these 5 reasons, and hop off of here because mommy duty is whenever he says it is, apparently. So, number one reason you stay single is you don't have standards. The number two reason you stay single is your standards don't match. You don't match your standards. The list that you have for your man to meet up to, you don't match that list. That goes back to preparing also. The number three reason you stay single is you have unrealistic and undiscussed expectations in your relationships. The number four reason you stay single is you refuse to settle, which is great. Going with the number five reason, you don't invest in yourself. So you keep going through the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Keep hurting your emotions and your feelings and keep getting that baggage put on you and keep creating these limiting beliefs for what is out there and what is attainable and what isn't attainable over and over again. So those are the five reasons a lot of us stay single. Those are five reasons that I definitely stayed single. I hope this was helpful. If you want to reach out, please feel free to on my Facebook, on my Instagram, social media, at Coach Rain or at Raining Success, and definitely at rainingsuccess.com. So you guys have an amazing day. God bless you and good night. Let me get into mommy mode.